All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to unpack one of the most powerful and honestly most well-known metaphors in the Gospel of John, Jesus as the bread of life. This incredible statement comes right after a massive miracle, but what exactly led up to it? And what does it really mean for us?
So it all kicks off with this, a direct challenge from the crowd. I mean, think about it. They've just seen Jesus miraculously feed over 5,000 people. You'd think that would be enough, right? But no. They immediately ask for more proof. They say, "What sign will you perform so that we may see and believe you?" And that one question right there just sets the stage for this huge spiritual disconnect.
Okay, so let's dig into this a little. What is really going on with this crowd? They were literally just given a sign, a miraculous meal from almost nothing, and yet here they are, demanding another one. Their hunger wasn't just for food. It was for a very specific kind of proof, something that connected to their history and, really, their immediate physical needs.
And to make their point, they bring up the manna that their ancestors ate in the desert with Moses. When you really get into it, you see they weren't just asking for another one-off magic trick. Nope. They wanted a repeatable, reliable miracle, like a vending machine from heaven that would spit out bread day after day. Their entire focus was on temporary satisfaction, on visible proof they could see and touch. And because of that, they were completely missing the much deeper spiritual reality being offered to them.
So this demand for manna actually creates the perfect setup for Jesus to introduce a massive, game-changing contrast. And to really get the weight of what he's about to say, we have to look at this tale of two very, very different kinds of bread.
The difference here is it's night and day. On one side, you've got manna. It came through a human leader, Moses. It was physical food, it's spoiled. And here's the kicker, everyone who ate it still eventually died. But then you have the bread of life. Jesus says this comes directly from God the Father. It's not for your body, it's for your soul. It offers eternal spiritual life. It doesn't just postpone death, it promises to overcome death itself.
And this, right here, is the turning point of the whole conversation. The focus is about to shift big time. It's moving from what they were asking for to who was standing right in front of them.
With this single idea, Jesus just completely reframes their entire worldview. They were looking for a thing they could get, a miracle food source they could consume. But he reveals that the true bread from heaven, it isn't a what at all, it's a who. And that just changes everything.
And then he says it, one of the most famous declarations in the entire Bible. I am the bread of life. This is actually one of 7 huge I am statements in the Gospel of John, where Jesus is revealing his divine identity. He's not saying he's the delivery guy for the bread or the baker who makes it. No, he's saying he is the bread. He himself is the very substance of eternal life.
So naturally, the big question is, what does it mean to eat this bread? It's pretty clear he's not talking about a literal, physical act. The source texts make it plain that this is a powerful metaphor. It's an act of deep and continuous faith. It means to believe in Jesus, to trust him, and to enter into a real, ongoing personal relationship that feeds your soul.
Okay, so if believing in him is the action, what's the guaranteed result? Well, this whole teaching builds toward the ultimate promise for anyone who accepts this incredible truth.
The passage lays out these 4 really powerful promises from God the Father. It's like a complete package of assurance. First, you'll be accepted. No matter what, you'll never be driven away. Second, you'll be secured. He's not going to lose any that are given to him. Third, you receive eternal life, and not just as some far-off thing, but as a present reality. And finally, the big one, you are promised resurrection on the last day. It's this incredible guarantee from start to finish.
And just to really hammer this point home, it's so important to understand that this isn't some side mission or a secondary task for Jesus. Providing eternal life to those who believe in him is the very essence of the Father's will. It's the central, driving purpose of his entire mission on earth.
And so this ancient story leaves us with a question that feels just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. We all have hungers. We hunger for purpose, for security, for meaning, for satisfaction. The crowd wanted to be filled by temporary bread. Jesus offered himself as the bread of eternal life. So it really makes us ask ourselves, what are you trying to be filled by today?